I want to point out that last night you were there with my friend, your son. This was a remarkable night on so many levels. I mean, she was there to talk about her book, of course, but this was Carnegie Hall, a completely packed house on a Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. I was like, why am I'm even not here. I don't go out that late. But the stakes are so high, and everybody you felt was in this conversation. And I talked to her about 8 years ago. Your campaign was in shock, reeling from the Comey letter. And then, of course, Election Day, feeling so good, looking so good, women hugging each other outside of polling booths. And then the unimaginable happening. So it was so interesting to hear, and I'd love for you to share what happened on stage and your insights. 8 years ago, 5 days, 8 years later, 5 days away from the election now, what this moment is like. She gave us some guidance and what it was like for Hillary Clinton. It's been a hard road.
It has been a hard road, but in true Hillary Clinton fashion, the book is really about a life well lived in public service, but also a prescription in how you pick up the pieces and move forward when you go through trauma. And yes, obviously those of us who lived in 2016 remember those moments. I didn't believe I would live to see a woman elected president. So to be here 8 years later is extraordinary, I have to say. And I think one of the biggest differences I feel now is that there was a lot of feeling of complacency, like, oh, she's got this. And in the end, as we saw in the numbers, that people did not necessarily, particularly women, didn't show up because they assumed that she was going to win. But also things that we just thought were so crazy that people wouldn't believe. I think people are taking very seriously now, and I really commend the Harris campaign. Pushes back constantly.
She revealed a lot about Trump. It just took a while for people to see what she said.
Correct. She revealed a lot about Trump. All the things that she said about, you know, there will be Supreme Court justices that he's going to appoint that are going to overturn Roe. Those things happened. What he was going to do in Ukraine and has done in Ukraine, those were all things that anybody, I mean, I was at the State Department. I remembered those days. These were all things that he
and also enemy from within. She was able to push back against anybody who thinks that he is not serious when he says he'll use the military against his political adversaries. People say, oh, no, it won't happen, because it didn't happen to Hillary. Hillary pushed back.
Exactly right. But also, as you just mentioned, how for the Harris campaign, it's about, you know, Kamala Harris for the people. What has driven the last, you know, all the Clinton campaigns, but it was, in 2016, it was for our kids. Everything in the end was for our kids. We needed a better economy for our kids, better health care for our kids. And the Harris campaign has really carried that through. At the end of the day, what are we all talking about? A better country, economy, climate for our kids, and reminding people what's at stake.
Yeah, and Joe, Hillary said to the audience, right now you can have your differences, you can have your issues, but this election is about democracy. Save it so we can have those conversations.
Right.
Well, you know who agrees with Hillary are a lot of conservatives that used to be against Hillary.
Right.
They're on her side. They're on America's side. Liz Cheney, Dick Cheney, myself, and so many other Republicans that worked in the Bush administrations, 41 and 43s, who worked in the Reagan administration. And most importantly, the people who work closest to Donald Trump will be the ones who will tell you first how dangerous a threat to democracy is. You know, Chris Matthews, on any day, in any election season, I would ask you your read on the ground in Pennsylvania. But a set of polls that came out yesterday, CNN poll, battleground polls, show how important Pennsylvania is faring right now. The last CNN battleground poll of this cycle is showing Harris ahead in Michigan by 5 points, 48 to 43%. Ahead in Wisconsin by 6 points, 51 to 45. And despite some positive word on the ground, at least from what Jonathan O'Meara and myself and others have been hearing about gains Harris is making in Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania deadlocked, 48-48. What's this race going to turn on in the Keystone State, Chris?
You know, Joe, it's so amazing, as I did last week, is to go back to the old neighborhood of Northeast Philadelphia, right on the border with Bucks County, right where the action is. The 58th Ward voted for Trump last time. The South Philly voted for Trump. The Irish in the 66th Ward voted for Trump. It's right on the borderline with Bucks County, which is a more of a purple area than some of the other counties. But it's amazing to see the neighborhood it's Republican in one house, a Democrat in the other house. It's very mixed, very mixed. It's not like the polarized world, the people living in the big cities or live in the rural areas. It's very up together with each other. And I think what we're seeing is history, not just news, but history. A woman of color running for president, it's never happened before, never won before. And they have to make that judgment. And I think the longer this campaign goes on, the more that Trump loves it, because it gets back to history, back of the head stuff, history and the where you came from stuff. And I think they're playing on that. I've been watching the series, the World Series. I'm watching those ads, you know, about transition and surgery during your long-term imprisonment. I've seen the whole thing. There wasn't enough comeback from her. I mean, if she wants the law changed, say so. Don't say it's the law. You're running for president. Say what you want the law to be.
Well, it's
you got to
actually
get a little
Trump's
tougher
policy.
here. You got to be tougher.
Trump's policy. It was Trump's
I
law.
know all that. I know all that. I know the argument. I can make this argument in my sleep. But she has to come out and say, I disagree with the law. I don't want the law to be that way. And that's what presidents do. They say what they think the country should be. I think a lot of times I keep saying a little tougher on immigration, a little tougher on these issues of gender and all that, and be smarter. But I can't, because then I see what Trump says about Puerto Ricans, and I go, what? Are you talking about Jose Ferrer and my friend Gabriel Guerra and my friend? You talking about my friends? Are you talking about Hispanic people like that? And so maybe she was right to be very careful about that issue. It's not one way or the other. It's very tricky. And I'm telling you, in Pennsylvania, it's going to be tough. Election night, those rural areas are red hot red. They've gone from the 60s into the 70s, mid-70s. That's 50-some counties. That's got to be offset by Philadelphia, which in the past, when Kennedy ran against Nixon, carried Philadelphia by 330,000 votes to 100,000 vote victory in the state. Last time, you had 604,000 votes plurality in Philadelphia to offset the 80,000 altogether. So you have a strong role in Philadelphia. But you also have Chester County, you've got Delaware County, you've got Bucks County, and most importantly, Montgomery County. They're all going to help Philadelphia win the election. That's what it's going to look like. This is going to be so close. And it's going to take all the volunteers from out of town, all the committeemen, all the ward leaders. They're all going to have to do their job. This is not easy.
Right.
The polls
It's
are
not.
right.